Right now we're in the middle of the Arizona desert, and today we're visiting a site that has an amazing collection of ancient petroglyphs that date back over 1,000 years. Hey everyone, welcome to Sidetrack Adventures. This is Steve. So right now I'm about 20 miles or so west of Gila Bend, Arizona, at a place that I've always been curious about. I've always seen the signs for it while driving down the interstate, and that's the Painted Rock Petroglyph Site. I've heard there's some pretty amazing petroglyphs here, so let's take a look around. This small hill that's covered in boulders is where we need to head. From what I've read, there are over 3,800 petroglyphs still visible here. After exiting Interstate 8, we drove about 12 miles or so to get here, and the area is pretty empty aside from a few farms. This place actually used to be part of what was called Painted Rocks State Park, but in 1989, Arizona gave control of the area to the Bureau of Land Management, and they run it now. There's a few informational signs here by the parking area. I'm glad they kept them a little ways away from the petroglyphs, so you can read the signs, get the information, and then take in the hill without having to see the signs, so you get it more in its natural state. Alright, so let's head over to the main attraction here. Archaeologists have dated the earliest petroglyphs here to at least 1,400 years old, but apparently some of the images do depict people on horseback, showing that native communities continued to create petroglyphs here after the arrival of Europeans in the 1600s. And wow, this place is amazing. I don't think I've ever seen so many petroglyphs in one place in my life. Pretty much every single rock is just covered in petroglyphs. This is one of those places where there is no way a video does it justice. You know the saying, no stone left unturned? Well, here, it's no stone left unpetroglyphed. Even though these images are carved into the rock, this place got the name Painted Rocks because in 1748, a Jesuit described the petroglyphs here as having been painted, so the name stuck. According to the signs here, there's still some question as to who created these. This place is on the extreme western edge of the Hohokam cultural area, and at the eastern edge of what would have been the Patayan culture. And the petroglyphs apparently show the characteristics of both cultures. It's kind of amazing to think of Painted Rock as possibly a place where these two ancient cultures came together. Looking at the petroglyphs here, I just can't help but wonder what they mean. I mean, these could have told religious stories, or they could have just been documenting important events in their lives. I could just imagine a crowd gathered around 1,000 years ago, while someone stands here telling a great story that is depicted on one of these rocks. The Yavapai, who are one of the tribes that are descended from the Hohokam, have called Painted Rock the library of their past. This was definitely a place of great importance. The nearest village was about 2 miles away, off in this direction towards the mountains, near the Gila River. Native Americans haven't been the only ones to carve into the rocks here. Others, such as members of the Juan Bautista de Anza expedition in 1775, the Mormon Battalion in the 1840s, the Butterfield Overland Mail, and a number of other pioneers have taken the opportunity to carve into the rocks as they passed by. Unfortunately, some more modern carvings appear too. Whoever this AAT is, they decided they'd carve their name here, coming and going, it looks like. The entire path around the hill is flat, and I'd say maybe a 1/4 mile in length, but the amount of petroglyphs in such a small area is absolutely incredible. So that's our look at the Painted Rock Petroglyph Site. If you ever find yourself in the area, this is a fascinating spot to stop and look around. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and we'll see you next week.